For today's edition of Top 5 Tuesday, bird is the word, my friends. It's the top 5 bird songs in country. At number 5, Jerry Reed and the Bird from 1982. Made it to number 2 on the U.S. country charts that year, was a number 1 hit on the Canadian country charts, and it tells the tale of an interesting meeting at a bar between a blue-collar guy and a guy who walks in with a bird on his shoulder and says, "This bird knows how to sing," and the bird proceeds to sing Willie Nelson's Whiskey River. The guy, immediately intrigued by this, he thinks this could be a great novelty act. Does the bird do anybody else? The bird proceeds to sing He Stopped Loving Her Today by George Jones, and at this point, the first guy is sold. He offers $500 to buy the bird, thinking of all the money he's going to make with this as a novelty act. Sure enough, the guy says, "You got it." He takes the $500 and leaves, and the bird flies away, following him out the door, singing Willie Nelson's On the Road Again, never to be seen again, and the guy realizes he has been swindled. A very interesting tune, sung as only Jerry Reed could sing it, one of the great story songs in Jerry's career, but the bird from Jerry Reed is good enough for number 5 on this list. At number 4, Little Jimmy Dickens, May the Bird of Paradise Fly Up Your Nose, number 1 hit for him in 1965, and all came about because he heard it on The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson. Johnny had used it as a put-down for somebody, and he thought, you know what, that's pretty funny. I'm going to throw that into a song. So he wrote a song where he has 3 chance encounters with people, each time displaying a level of cheapness. He meets a beggar, only gives him a penny. His laundryman finds a $100 bill in his clothes and gives it back to him. He compensates him 10 cents for the phone call, and in the last verse, he tells a cab driver to rush to get to the airport. The cab driver gets stopped for speeding, and he stands by politely waiting for the change from his fare, each time earning the response, "May the bird of paradise fly up your nose." Little Jimmy Dickens comes in at number 4. At number 3, George Jones and the Bird. Another fun one here. This one telling of the tale of a relationship's end, all due to a very talkative bird in a cage. As George says, "She never would have known about Big Betty Brown and me, but he found out and told her some things you won't believe." The talking bird turned into a stool pigeon and ended George's relationship. And as this woman stormed out of the house to never return, as she got in that car ready to drive away, George says, "The last thing I gave her was the bird." That makes it number 3. At number 2, it is Dolly Parton, She's an Eagle When She Flies, a great women's empowerment tune that came out in 1991, talking about how women could fill each and every quality and how amazing and incredible they can be. They can be strong, they can be resilient, they can be sweet, they can be gentle, and as the chorus says, she's a sparrow when she's broken, but she's an eagle when she flies. Dolly Parton, that's at number 2. At number 1, Tanya Tucker, Two Sparrows in a Hurricane. For my money, one of the most timeless classic love songs in country music, and one of the reasons that 1992 is the best year in country music history, in my humble opinion. But this song plays a big part in that. A great tune for Tanya that year, was part of her early 90s resurgence. A huge hit on the country charts, made it up to number 2, won several awards, and it's just a beautiful love song. Tells the tale of a couple over 3 points in their relationship, from starting out as 15-year-olds to early on in their marriage, dealing with the struggles that young married couples do, to all the way as an elderly couple in the final verse of the song. Each time the chorus saying they're two sparrows in a hurricane, just trying to find their way, and as the chorus ends, it says, "The world says they'll never make it, but love says they will." Gorgeous song from Tanya Tucker. Gotta be number 1 on my list for bird songs in country, Two Sparrows in a Hurricane. Thanks so much for coming back and enjoying another edition of Top 5 Tuesday. I'm Jeff Dick.